Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's Marc from CricketBatInfo, and today we're doing a Gray-Nicolls Legend. This bat comes from Sig from the Discord server. He purchased this from Orange Sports Australia, and you can see here the new Gray-Nicolls bag, which doesn't feature Stuart Cransbuehler. Nice and padded. We're not here to talk about bags. This is a Gray-Nicolls Legend. Now, normally these are well over $1,000. At the moment, they're on special at Orange Sports for $880, which is what he paid, with free knocking, which is actually what they've done. First time I've seen the bat, and you can see here they've done a machine knocking on it. They've only oiled the face. I can also see some indentations where Sig has bounced the ball. Probably when that oil is very fresh, it's left some indents. You've got to be careful when oil is still drying. The willow is soft, so you will leave indents. And generally when you're playing in a bat, leave it a good week before you go and take it to the nets, because that oil has to crystallise and dry a bit further, so that the willow is not in a soft state. It's a nice shape. You can see there it's following the shape of the current series, the shape that Stuart Cransbuehler has been pretty much making for the last few years. Has a lot in common with the Giant, that cheaper $300 high density lugger timber, where you've got a mid edge, nice and full all the way through, and probably what you would call a mid-high spine. So there's a slight offset there. The actual bat doesn't have the spine running through the toe. It sort of stops at about 2 inches from the bottom of the toe. Yeah, the actual size of the bat is not very big. I ran it through the gauge, and you're probably looking at about 63 mil there. And the camber on the face is not the full 5, it's probably 4.5. Running all the way through there. But you've got that really long spread of willow. It's not really about a really peaky hitting area. It's going to have a decent hitting area from probably around here, where you can see that spine starting to dip all the way down to a low position. So it's going to get the maximum amount of performance from that piece of willow at a certain density and weight, which is whatever they're looking for. Now the tags have been removed. I don't know how much this weighs. So we've got here about a 24 mil edge, and in the center 26 mil on the toe. So it's fairly decent. Left nice and thick through there. Pretty much a 40 mil edge. It says 41 there. Up here at the top, we're looking at about 17 mil for the shoulders, and still a lot of wood left here for the handle. I'll talk about the handle in a sec. Just measure that spine for you, and that spine comes in just under 62 mil. So it's not a really high spine bat, it's about coverage. You can see there from the shape of the bat there, when it got really minimal to no concaving there, maybe a mil all the way through. So this is just about spreading that willow down the bat and towards the toe, and giving it as much balance as possible without resorting to too much concaving, and leaving nice thick edges, which is what the players are looking for. So really extended but wide sweet spot, and not resorting to too much of a flat face either. So it should go pretty well. You can see here the finish that they've left it is normally boned. Orange Sports have oiled up into there. And so this is the normal finish of the bat. You can see that they've boned the edges at Gray-Nicolls, and then it looks like edge prep. The fact that there are those bounces there, if I was giving out a bat, I would have waited till the oil to dry. I don't think you would have too much damage there. Yeah, what else can I say? Let's talk about the handle. The handle is a lovely oval shape, probably medium to thick. It feels good in the hands. It will feel even better with gloves on. I don't like this grip, and you can see how it's picked up all that crap and gone yellow. That's the actual colour of it, where it's gone that sort of dark look. I honestly think they should ditch it and just go for colours, because the cream just is like your whites on a Saturday. They just don't come off the ground looking as good as they did when you walked on. Up here, you've still got a bit of oval left in the handle. We'll have a look under the handle, and under here you can see here we've got the Australian finish, which is the zinc oxide tape, medical tape, and we've got a number here, number 2932, and some sort of signature. But yeah, it's a lovely feeling handle, 3 rubber inserts, standard sort of handle that GN are making now. It feels nice in the hands. Now, as far as pickup goes, this bat feels in my hands 2.7 to 2.8. It is incredibly light. The pickup is airy. It feels like a wand, which is pretty impressive considering you've got that big edge and full shape. It is a lovely pickup bat, and it feels under 2.8. Let's give it away and see exactly what it weighs. Yeah, 286. That's exactly what I thought it would have been. It's beautiful. This is the sort of bat that I would find real pleasure using. 286 is just the perfect weight for an opener, an adult opener, I think. You could probably go to 2.9. Don't need to go too heavy. You want to be able to play your crossbat shots when they come off, play your glances. Having too much weight and not having enough energy on that downswing sort of prevents you from playing those really delicate shots when you need to. And also getting your timing. So yeah, it's perfect, absolutely perfect. The perfect top order bat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 grains. Tiny little bit of pin knot there and tiny little bit of speck. Don't look too much at the finish. Remember, this has been knocked. And they haven't oiled the back. That's up to Sig to decide what he's going to do with the back. As usual, typical Gray-Nicolls, that damn stamp doesn't always come off that well. And I would say this stock would have arrived at Orange Sports maybe June last year and has sort of been sitting on the shelves, just waiting to be sold. Yeah, nice. All right, let's bring in the other bat and do our tap. As usual, I'd compare it with my own Gray-Nicolls Ultimate. And let's just have a look at the difference in the shape there. You can see there the Ultimate has very much a peaky middle, slightly lower, where that Legend has a much thicker toe and much bigger edges overall. This was about 2.7 up to 2.8, so it was a slightly smaller bat, and it's obviously got much bigger spine than the thing, but it's used the wood in different ways. I think they're pretty much the same density. So we'll tap this one up, just make sure that's in camera, and you're looking at the rebound, not listening. Fuck's sake, idiot. And you're looking at the rebound, not too much worry about the sound. Goes nice off that blemish there. Okay, so remember just how much a well played in bat was pinging. And now this is the machine knocked bat. So it's going pretty well in that mid position right there. I think it needs a bit more work up here. It still feels hard. And it goes quite well in that mid-low, but I personally think it needs a lot more work from Sig. Give it a bit more of a belt. No, I think it's good, very good. So there you go, that is the Gray-Nicolls Legend. First one that I've done on the channel, not the first one I've had in my hands, but yeah, nice bat, really nice bat. For $880 or $1,000, you know, as I said, in the Kookaburra pro players, very competitive market. So this is what the pro players is going up against. And you can see there are a few more grains and a little bit of a difference in bat making and how they're actually balancing the bat. I like this bat. I don't like that grip. I don't really like these stamps. I really wish they would laser engrave or do a better stamping job with those. But yeah, it's a really nice bat. So well done to Sig, and thank you very much for supporting the channel. If you do like what I do on CricketBatInfo, it's all stuff that people volunteer to send me. They pay for the freight to and from, so that what you're seeing is an unbiased review. I'm not getting paid to do these reviews, and they're just simply my opinion of a particular bat at that point in time. I do hope that it helps you with decisions as to what your next bat may be, rather than having to spend a lot of time hassling retail staff. So there you go. Legend.